Hey everyone, I'm back on my shit again, and so are you, and we're here and we're gonna play more Hiveswap. I played like the first part of it yesterday. If you're watching this, like, you know, it was yesterday for you. It was like 5 minutes ago. I'm actually still rendering the video. You can see it here. It says Hiveswap friendsim1.wmv. You can go watch that. I'll have a link. It'll appear up in the top right corner and it'll be like bing, and then it'll let you know that you need to go and watch that. So you should go watch that first, because I'm gonna reference shit that happened in there. I'm probably gonna do so. Anyway, we're playing the blue path, the left path. I'm gonna ignore all of this and our data. We're gonna play with her this time. I really hope that she doesn't have like thinly veiled sexual advances like the hot dog dude did. Yes, someone is approaching, a strange gray-skinned alien clad in blue. Perhaps they will make for a good friend. Dear God. And what are you supposed to be? You stammer? That's fucking loud for me, holy shit. You stammer a reply, eventually conveying that you are a lost traveler who is hungry and probably in need of some medical treatment. You are also really lonely, and you wouldn't mind making a new friend right about now. Oh my. Not sure how you're supposed to read that. Like that, right? What, the anime smug girl laugh? Okay. Oh, how funny that this is. How very droll. You want to be my friend? Is this her Homestuck quirk? Her typing quirk? You don't have to have a typing quirk if you're speaking out loud. You can just talk like a normal ass. I was gonna say human being, but you're a troll. The horns and the extra eye give that away. It's too much. This thing on my doorstep wishing me in my capacity. It's 3 eyes. Oh, fuck you, game. 3 eyes every time an eye appears because she has 3 eyes. Hilarity somehow escapes my ability to capture with the maniacal laughter. How rare. You apologize for your presumptuous request. You hang your head, turn around, and begin to walk away. And what the fuck do you think you're doing? Who invited you to leave? I invited me to leave, bitch. I'm gonna turn that down just a bit because it's really odd, but I could do that in post. You stop in your tracks obediently and turn to face her again. Or possibly broken ribs or throbbing in pain, but it does not strike you as the right moment to exhibit weakness. It dawns on me that we may have gotten off on the wrong saunter pond. Is that what you call feet? It's feet. You still have legs attached to feet, I would assume. You know every other English word but saunter pond instead of foot. Sure. Where are my manners? Ghastly behavior on my part. After all, it isn't your fault that you seem to be in some sort of hideous freak, is it? I'm not gonna read it with the extra eyes because now we know why it's like that. Excuse me. I'm having a Coke right now and it makes me kind of burpy, and rather than edit that out, I'm just gonna leave it in. Give me a rating on that one. I feel like that was like an 8. Like it lost points because like it didn't have the velocity or like the amplitude that it needed to, but it had like the right like guttural like curve to it. It's pretty good. So like an 8, I don't know, out of 10. And such a tragic creature cannot be held responsible for such a devastating shortfall of social incompetence. I would weep for you, really, except that crying out of 3 eyes at once can get a bit messy. So instead, I think I'll be saving my tears for someone less offensively worthless. You aren't sure if she's inviting you inside or if you just got to stay a little longer so she could insult you some more. You try to remain stoic while your confrontational new friend decides on what to do with you. Unfortunately, you sniffle slightly. Oh, my dear. Oh dear, you're sad. This is amusing to me, Malay. Mildly endearing, even. Perhaps I'll decide later if endearing once I have more information. It's entirely possible that I will retroactively decide it's disgusting. But for now, try and put yourself at ease. You completely pitiful fool. Not even one more sniffle. Do you understand? You nod while practicing exemplary control over your nose. You've gotten yourself so agitated, I wonder why you have nothing to worry about from me. Of course I will be your friend. Conditionally, I mean. There's a chance that the designation will be formalized if you behave in ways that I approve of, starting now. Let's call it friendship in progress. Agreed? Yeah, see, that's kind of how I'm at. Like, not as, like, strict and weirdly specific as that, and not with all the extra I's, with a normal level of I's. Friendship is still spelled with 2 I's, not 6. And I have 2 I's, not 6. But your heart swells. This is what you've been waiting for. A new friend. Oh, gosh. All you have to do now is try and not fuck things up after all. Oh, it's the fuck word again. They said the fuck word. Possibly for many hours. Come into my hive this way. After me. Looks like you could use some nourishment. I don't even know what it is that whatever you are eats generally, but it doesn't matter. You'll eat whatever it is I have on hand if I tell you to. How does that sound? How does that sound? I mean, this is someone's kink, isn't it? Getting bossed around by an alien when you have broken rib and arm. Comments in the comments if your kink is to be shamed by an alien on an alien planet while your arm and ribs are broken. So that way I can make fun of you. Obviously, it sounds good. You will definitely enjoy it. You will enjoy everything I provide you with and tell you to do. I can't imagine any sort of negativity or disagreement coming from one of my friends. I will assume that we share this philosophy when it comes to our friendship. You say, oh yes, absolutely, and nod enthusiastically as you can without advocating your broken ribs. You consider giving her a thumbs up as well until you realize that one of your arms is probably broken too. You'll try to make sure that she doesn't notice though, and probably leave a bad impression. Come with me, there's something I need your help with. You follow her into her hive. It's a bit gloomy in here. You suppose she's going to fix you something to eat soon. As promised, you pass through your kitchen and out the other side to another room. Okay, I guess dinner can wait. This way. Try and not let any of your broken limbs slow you down. A good friend wouldn't let such trifling physical ailments cause me any inconvenience. Oh, so you guess she knows that you're injured. Fair enough. You hobble faster through another door and down to a much darker room, and now down a flight of stairs. This is definitely a BDSM basement. She seems like the type already. Not to judge, but she seems like the type. It's hard to see. There are torches along the walls ahead. A monstrous noise rumbles below. Don't mind her, she's just hungry. She's always hungry, though. What's that? You're hungry too? I have not forgotten. What sort of piece of shit friend do you take me for? You didn't remind her that you're hungry. You thought it, though. Can she maybe read your mind? You hope not. It's going to make this friendship in progress a bit more awkward. Almost read that sentence right in one of those 3 attempts. Here we are. This is where you will be most useful to me as a friend. You look around with a sense of relief. You see no sign of whatever hungry thing was grumbling down here. You are less relieved to see several other kids trapped in cages of various shapes and sizes. One of them makes eye contact with you. The boy is some kind of alien. The same kind of alien as her, horns and all. A dark red symbol on his shirt. His expression seems to plead with you. He struggles to say help. Your new friend looks unamused and twitches her finger. Helpo, he says. Hello. By which he means hello, of course. Looks like you're going to be the new friend in progress chosen by the great and beautiful Ardata. She's my savior, my reason for being. I'm nothing without her. I'd hollow myself out and let her make a nest inside of me if she'd permit it. You turn away from this boy. You don't ever want to hear anything he has to say ever again. Agreed. Don't mind him. He's always regarded himself as a comedian. Come over here. This is what I need your help with, if you're going to have any value to me as a friend. I mean, you're fucked anyway. You might as well die. You're led to a dank corner of this well. You're going to call, like you see it, this dungeon. Your new friend has a dungeon full of sad, suffering children, and presumably a monster lurking somewhere in here as well. It is not ideal. Then again, social beggars cannot be choosers. Like I've been having an awful time with it. You can do it for me. It will save me time. You look at the thing in question. You doubt that she's been having an awful time with it. You doubt this because it's still in the box, looking completely untouched since it was brought down here. It's a box containing a table that looks ominously like it was designed to keep a person strapped to its surface. I will need you to assemble it. Here's a screwdriver in case if you need it. I will assume the other required tools are contained within the box. You take the screwdriver within your non-broken arm. This isn't exactly what you had in mind. You don't know what you had in mind, really. A warm meal, friendly banter, perhaps a sling for your arm, or remedial balm for your ribs? Still, you open the box without protest. Hold on, before you start, this would make for excellent content. My fans will appreciate this. Oh! Oh! Oh, you're like a YouTuber. And one of those fucked up ones. She probably actually has filmed dead bodies. And it probably worked out for her on this planet. As much as I understand about Homestuck, Logan Paul would probably be an okay troll. Like one of the fucked up ones like this chick. She sets up a video recording device on a tripod and points it towards you. The video feed comes to life, several monitors just behind you, and you see in one corner of the screen an unflattering angle of your torso hunched over a furniture box. Other rectangles contained in shots of other kids in cages around the room. You suppose cameras are pointing at them too. You had no idea that this sort of friendship came with the perk of instant stardom. Now you may begin. She's suddenly sitting in front of a comfortable looking chair facing towards you, holding a chalice, swishing it around some viscous liquid it contains. I didn't mean that as a compliment to Logan Paul, by the way. I meant that as an insult. Fuck Logan Paul. You have all of the parts spread out. I can spread out on the floor, organized according to their labels and the instructions. You try to remember the last time you assembled something like this. You don't really recall enjoying it. To be perfectly honest, this doesn't look like it will be fun at all. She frowns conspicuously. Oh, how sad for you. I'm sorry, is this activity not to your liking? You reassure her vigorously that, no, actually it looks amazing. You love shit like this. It's what you were born for, you say, as you swoosh the screwdriver around, demonstrating your plainly evident skill with the tool. Forgetting the thing you just thought, completely arbitrary to the wrong thoughts that popped into your head all the time, it means nothing, you swear. Mm-hmm. Yes, I hear that a lot. Continue. You open the little bag filled with I paid $1 for this. I'm getting shit on by an alien. Jesus, there are like 50 screws to this thing. Where could most of these screws possibly even go? Judging from the picture, the table doesn't really seem that complicated. You look at the screwdriver and study the screws. Every single one of them requires an Allen wrench. Does this even come with an Allen wrench? The instructions seem to suggest it does. You look around, but you don't seem to find one. Did you open the bag too forcefully? Did the Allen wrench go bouncing off into the dark dungeon crevice, maybe? Maybe you lost it one of the screws too, damn it. Now you begin to sweat. You look around nervously. You check underneath one of the parts. No, it's not under there. You grip the screwdriver a little tighter. You wonder what to do next. I mean, neither of these are going to work. I'm going to end up dying in this basement. But at least I'll be YouTube famous. Or troll tube famous. What is YouTube's equivalent on this planet? Get the hell out of here. Just do your best assembling the table. This is what friends are for. Slave labor is basically what friends are for. The number of times that I've helped someone move like their couch or whatever for them to move out of their house or apartment or whatever, and then them not do the same for me. Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh wait, fuck that. I'm actually not friends with those guys anymore because fuck them. Getting the hell out of here doesn't seem like it's gonna work. Hey, fuck it. Well, my character's kinda... Are you kinky or not? Is really what the question is. Let's try and get out of here. First, you clear your head. You try and think innocent thoughts. Fluffy clouds in the sky, ironing some clothes, a winning touchdown pass from the sports. Arda's long black hair spilling over her wait, those are not innocent thoughts. Shut it down, shut it down. There's no time for thinking. You have to act. You hurl the screwdriver at her and run. She calmly lifts her hand towards one of the kids in the cages. The kid tenses up and lifts his hand in the direction of the screwdriver. The screwdriver freezes midair, right in front of Arda's head. You run up the stairs, twitching finger in the cage. She twitches a finger. The cage kid does a full body spasm, and then the screwdriver goes sailing towards you, stabs deep into your leg, and you buckle over, tumbling backwards down the stairs. You're a crumpled heap at the bottom of the stairs, bleeding. And now you think your arm is broken. In 2 places now. It's really not that much worse. That didn't seem very friendly to me. Luckily for you, I am very determined to make this relationship work. Even ones with people who flee furniture assembly projects. Wow. Wow. One of these days I'll learn to read. She stands over you, attempts to pull the screwdriver out of your leg, but your entire body locks up. You can't move. She holds an outstretched hand just above you. You shouldn't try to move yet. You certainly shouldn't try and pull that screwdriver. You'll get blood everywhere. My three eyes under your present conditions, it seems like to me that only one of us should attempt to be walking up these stairs. You feel relieved. Perhaps she has some alien means of levitating you up the stairs. Wait, no. Your body is tensing up again. It's moving without your permission. You get to your feet without taking the screwdriver out. Wow, that hurts. What, is she making you wait? She can't be. Use both of your arms and all your strength to pick her up entirely. The pain from her arm is excruciating. Arms with broken bones are not meant for heavy lifting. The additional weight on your wounded leg isn't great either. You hold her as a groom would hold a bride. She wraps her arms around your neck to hang onto in what strikes you as an overly familiar manner. She looks directly into your eyes and grins. This is someone's waifu now. This is better. Now onward and upward, new friend. Mwahaha. Hasty. Your legs begin to operate without your consent. They wobble and struggle under your weight. The wound throbs. You lumber back up the flight of stairs, carrying her all the way. You take her back into the kitchen and set her down in a chair seated at a table. You didn't think I'd forget about dinner time, did you? Let's put your unfriendly behavior behind us. It's a good thing that I am benevolent enough to overlook disgusting acts of betrayal. You may have noticed that I keep several friends in my hive who I have similarly forgiven. The extra eyes are really fucking with me, I'm not gonna lie. Consider the transgression blood beneath the Abat Homestuck words. Maybe a real word, but not one that people use. You exhale. Now that she mentions it, yes, you are hungry. Maybe a warm meal will lift your spirits and get this hitherto for turbulent friendship back on track. Maybe you'll even get a chance to pull the screwdriver out of your leg. You pull up a chair and attempt to sit down, but again your legs lock up. Then you stand again. Apparently this is not the right thing to do. Oh, but why are you sitting? There's cooking to be done. You stagger maniacally over to the fridge and open it. You pull out a large hock of some sort of alien mystery meat and put it on the counter. With your broken arm, you reach in anguish, a big dangling meat cleaver. You chop the hock, wincing each and every swing of the cleaver. You place the slicing meat in the frying pan, sear it lightly, serve it on a plate, very rare, just the way your new friend likes it. You didn't know that that's the way she likes it, but you surmise that this is what she prefers in a piece of meat, since technically she is the one doing the cooking. You put it on the table in front of her, and along with the fork and knife beside it, your muscles relax, as you are apparently allowed to control your own body again. She does nothing except for look at you with a pleased expression. You eye the meat in front of her, then the meat on the counter, and the chair on the other side of the table. What should you do? Should you prepare a plate for yourself? Is that what she wants you to do? Well, looks like you're confused. Isn't it obvious what you should do next on your own volition? A good friend would know what to do. In fact, I think a good friend would take nearly as I don't think a good friend. Oh, there was a don't up there. Yeah. I don't think a good friend would take nearly as long as to decide what is the right thing next to do is. That was a sentence and a half that I fucked up. It actually seems to me that very rude that a friend would hesitate for as long as you are hesitating. Or perhaps someone who isn't a friend at all. He began to sweat again. You clearly don't have much time to make up your mind. If you wait for even a few seconds longer, you'll probably be guilty of being a bad friend and maybe even a dreadful one. You aren't the type of person you like to think you are. That's not the type of person you like to think you are. What will you do? I mean, feed her, yeah. Looks like the only obvious thing to do. She is looking up at you quite expectantly. She reaches for the fork with your good arm. You go for the knife with the other, and ow. You can't do it. The arm is much less serviceable when your muscles aren't being forced to via psychic override to disregard the pain response. Nevertheless, she looks at you patiently and smiles. That's nice of her, you think? Not to get mad about it. You feel like you're growing closer to your new friend minute by minute. You put the fork down and pick up the knife with your good arm. You cut the meat into several pieces with careful sawing motion. You put the knife down, pick up the fork, and stab the piece of meat. You put it close to her mouth. She seems pleased. Nice. Very good. Nice technique. Well-sized morsels, too. She chews the meat with excellent form. She has very good table manners, you think. When she finishes the pieces, you slide off some more and continue. The meat looks very good. Your mouth is watering, but she doesn't offer any. Oh well. It's the right time. When it's the right time for you to eat too, she'll let you know. The meal is finished. There's no more meat except for a few pieces of unchewable gristle, which you did not try and feed her. That would be thoughtless. A very bad service. She reclines, steeples her fingers, looking quite pleased on how the evening has gone so far. You aren't sure why she's laughing. Did you do something funny? Mahaha. Oh my, ha ha ha. What a fool. You point at yourself, wondering if she's referring to you. You don't know what you've done that was foolish. If so, you're still not sure what she finds so amusing. Ha. 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 She pauses from her laughter for a minute or two. Then she slowly begins to frown. A faint blue tear rolls down her cheek from her bottom eye. The truth is, I don't even know why I'm laughing. This isn't very funny what's happening here. It was a very good dinner. You did a good job, whoever you are. She puts her face in both of her hands and sobs quietly. You have no idea what to do about this. You stand there, still holding the fork, feeling a bit useless. There's a lot of pressure, you know. Being so respected and admired for your high status in this world. I didn't ask for this. Adam Jensen. To be so superior in many ways is expected of you. Much is presumed about what your personality will be before you even develop one. You work hard and build a brand based on what you think people are assumed you should be like. Sometimes I wonder, am I even good at being sinister? Could I be more sinister if I tried harder? Maybe this isn't my true calling after all. You begin to offer words of sympathy. This seems heartbreaking to you. You're a poor friend, but your jaw muscles contract and your mouth shuts involuntarily. You guess it's not your turn to speak yet. That's okay for you. Okay, that works for you. You like to be a good listener to your friends. But what happened if I changed my brand? If I stopped being so sinister online? My friends and followers would deride and reject me. Like, honestly, you can be a different person. It's okay. People know that you'll grow as a human being, and they'll accept that from you and your brand. You can't be beating yourself up too much, you know? Like I've never watched a Phil Heath Frank video, but Joji is doing great now. Totally different shit. You could pull that. And my superiors... Okay, well, that's a different issue. If I show weakness, if I scale back my bloodthirsty content, will I incur the scorn of a wise-ass clown with hundreds of millions of subscribers? Will I be in a cage someday listening to a fucking fool honk his horn for likes? No, I must persist. How lonely it is to know that this is all I can do until the day I leave this planet. I have no material or sensory comfort left for me here. Until I can get on a ship and fly away, pain is my only solace. Edgy. Your hand holding the fork grips it lighter. You are horrified to realize what it is in... What? You're horrified to realize what it is in the process of doing. Bringing it down hard on her hand. Wow, okay. Flat on the table, she doesn't flinch or react in any way. 3 trails of cerulean blood flow from the tines where they pierced her skin. That wasn't friendly, you think, but then you weren't the one who did it, were you? You're so confused. My subscribers are my real friends. They adore me only for my sinister content. If I show the show I provide, my wicked infectious laughter, I get jealous of them sometimes because they get to watch my content. It must be thrilling, I think. But maybe. I'm just jealous of them because they get to be people who aren't me. This is fucking deep, I know. I apologize if you can't relate. I mean, you made a shitty brand. That's your issue. Your brand is your dick. You pull the fork out of her hand. It lays gently on the plate of gristle you didn't feed her. The people downstairs in their cages aren't my friends either. They act like they're my friends, though. And sometimes I even believe it. They don't really want to be friends with me. Nobody does. The only person who has ever really wanted to be my friend, who's ever tried to be, is you. You clear your throat. You point to yourself innocently. That's it. I've decided. You have passed the test. You will become my friend officially. As such, I think a reward is an offer. You're overjoyed. Your heart starts racing. You can't believe it. A new real friend. But you don't have much time to enjoy this achievement. Your body is doing something again. You bend down in a strange motion and pick up the plate with the fork. You position the plate over your wide open mouth and scrape all the remaining gristle and begin chewing. It's virtually unedible. Your mouth humors the act of chewing for 2 seconds, then you swallow all of it in one painful gulp. Tastes like friendship. Yay! Well, that went well. That went. I was gonna say went well, but it just went. Things happened. I have a screwdriver hole in my leg now? What the fuck is Homestuck Day? Why is it like this? Anyway, if you like me, and if you want to enjoy more of my sinister content, I have this channel and 2 other channels. There's this channel, and you'll see a little blue mushroom up here in a minute. That's this channel. You can subscribe to it. And then there's the green one, and that one's the highlight channel. And then there's the red one, and that one's the art channel, which I started like a couple months ago, where I paint and talk about art. And it's sped up, so you don't have to watch like 30 minutes of me rambling. It's only like, 5 to 15, somewhere in that region. So if you want to see me paint, that's a thing. You can also watch my like original Homestuck Hiveswap playthrough. Still freaks me out. Or like yesterday's episode. I don't know what the fuck you want to do. You're a free being able to do whatever you want, and I'm cool with that. Seems like it would be fucked up to mind control people, or just be an asshole in general. I feel sorry for her, but she's a bitch. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. See you guys later. Bye!